Question 51. For how many years did Quaid-e-Azam remain a joint member of Congress and Muslim League? Answer: 7 years. Question 52. When did Quaid-e-Azam resign from Congress and Home Rule League? Answer: December 1920. Question 53. What principle did Muslim League demand in 1913? Answer: self-rule for India. Question 54. When did the Kanpur Mosque incident take place? Answer: 1913. Question 55. Which session of Muslim League was presided over by Quaid-e-Azam in 1916? Answer: Lucknow session. Question 56. In which year did Quaid-e-Azam become permanent president of Muslim League? Answer: 1934. Minto Morley reforms 1909. Question 57. When did Lord Minto come to India as Viceroy? Answer: 1905. Question 58. Who was the Secretary of State for India during Minto Morley reforms? Answer: Morley. Question 59. Which reform introduced separate electorates? Answer: Minto Morley reforms. Question 60. Who opposed separate electorates? Answer: Congress. Question 61. Who supported separate electorates? Answer: Muslims. Question 65. Where was Franz Ferdinand assassinated? Answer: Sarajevo, Bosnia. Question 66. Who was the first Indian fighter to win Victoria Cross? Answer: Khudadad Khan. Question 68. Which treaty was signed with Austria? Answer: Treaty of Saint-Germain. Question 69. Which treaty was signed with Turkey? Answer: Treaty of Sèvres. Lucknow Pact 1916. Question 70. Who were the chief architects of the Lucknow Pact? Answer: Quaid-e-Azam and Sarojini Naidu. Question 71. What was completely approved in the Lucknow Pact? Answer: Separate electorate. Question 72. Which party recognized separate electorate for Muslims for the first time? Answer: Congress. Question 73. When was the Home Rule League founded? Answer: 1916. Question 74. Who founded the Home Rule League? Answer: Mrs. Annie Besant. Question 75. When was the Rowlatt Act passed? Answer: March 21, 1919. Question 76. What name was given to the Rowlatt Act by Indians? Answer: Black Law. Question 77. Which act stirred India's anger? Answer: Rowlatt Act. Question 78. Which tragedy resulted from the Rowlatt Act? Answer: Jallianwala Bagh Massacre. Question 79. Who resigned from the Imperial Legislative Council after the Rowlatt Act? Answer: Jinnah. Question 80. When did the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre occur? Answer: April 13, 1919. Question 81. Where did the Jallianwala Bagh Massacre take place? Answer: Amritsar. Question 82. Who ordered firing at Jallianwala Bagh? Answer: General Dyer. Question 83. How many Indians were killed in the massacre? Answer: 400. Question 84. Which commission investigated the riots? Answer: Hunter Commission. Question 85. What is another name for the Indian Act 1919? Answer: Montagu-Chelmsford Reforms. Question 86. Who was the Viceroy of India during the Montagu-Chelmsford Reforms? Answer: Lord Chelmsford. Question 87. Who was the Secretary of State for India during the reforms? Answer: Montagu. Question 88. Which system was introduced in the Montagu-Chelmsford Reforms? Answer: Diarchy system. Question 89. When did the Khilafat movement start? Answer: 1919. Question 90. Why was the Khilafat movement started? Answer: to save the Ottoman Caliphate. Question 91. Where was the All India Khilafat Committee founded? Answer: Bombay. Question 92. Who became the first president of the Khilafat Committee? Answer: Seth Shaitani. Question 93. Who headed the Indian Khilafat delegation? Answer: Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar. Question 94. When was Khilafat Day observed? Answer: October 17, 1919. Question 95. When was the Khilafat movement officially launched? Answer: August 31, 1920. Question 96. Who founded Jamiat al-Hind? Answer: Maulana Mahmud Hassan. Question 98. Why did Gandhi call off the non-cooperation movement? Answer: Chauri Chowra Incident. Question 99. When did the Chauri Chowra Incident occur? Answer: 1922. Question 100. When was the Treaty of Lausanne signed? Answer: 1923. Question 101. Who became the first president of Turkey? Answer: Mustafa Kemal Ataturk. Question 102. What does Ataturk mean? Answer: Father of the Turks. Question 103. When was the Caliphate abolished? Answer: 1924. Question 104. Who was the last caliph of Turkey? Answer: Muhammad VI. Question 105. When were the Delhi Muslim proposals presented? Answer: 1927. Question 106. Who presented the Delhi Muslim proposals? Answer: Quaid-e-Azam. Question 107. Which demand was initially made in the Delhi Muslim proposals? Answer: separation of Sindh from Bombay. Question 108. How many members were in the Simon Commission? Answer: 7. Question 109. Who was the head of the Simon Commission? Answer: Sir John Simon. Question 110. When did the Simon Commission arrive in India? Answer: February 3, 1928. Question 111. When did the Simon Commission submit its report? Answer: 1930. Question 112. Who boycotted the Simon Commission? Answer: Congress. Question 113. Who produced the Nehru Report? Answer: Motilal Nehru. Question 114. Who was the only Muslim member involved in writing the Nehru Report? Answer: Shoaib Qureshi. Question 115. What type of electorate was demanded in the Nehru Report? Answer: joint electorate. Question 116. What kind of government was demanded in the Nehru Report? Answer: strong central government. Question 117. How many seats were demanded for Muslims in the central government in the Nehru Report? Answer: 1/4 seats. Question 118. Which report was called a Hindu document by Quaid-e-Azam? Answer: Nehru Report. Question 119. What did Quaid-e-Azam present in response to the Nehru Report? Answer: 14 points. Question 120. When did Jinnah present his 14 points? Answer: March 28, 1929. Question 121. Where did Jinnah present his 14 points? Answer: Delhi. Question 122. What type of electorate was demanded in Jinnah's 14 points? Answer: separate electorate. Question 123. What was demanded for minorities in Jinnah's 14 points? Answer: weightage for minorities. Question 124. What type of autonomy was demanded in Jinnah's 14 points? Answer: provincial autonomy. Question 125. How many seats were demanded for Muslims in the central government in Jinnah's 14 points? Answer: 1/3 seats.